It's 1 p.m. A very good afternoon to you and welcome to the news at 1 on Splash 105.5 FM, the Integrity Station. I am Charity Jerome. First, the news headlines. NNPC says no plan to increase petrol price, cautions against panic buying. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala resumes as World Trade Organization boss today. On the foreign scene, Aung San Suu Kyi appears in court to face fresh charges. And in sports, Olajide Omotayo sets African record at World Table Tennis Tournament in Qatar. Details of these and more coming shortly. The Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, has advised motorists to stop panic buying of premium motor spirits, PMS, also known as petrol, saying it has no plans to increase the ex-depot price in March. NNPC disclosed this in a statement by its spokesman, Dr. Kenny Obataru, in Abuja. Dr. Obataru also cautioned petroleum product marketers not to engage in arbitrary price increase or hoarding of petrol, in order not to create artificial scarcity and unnecessary hardships for Nigerians. He added that the corporation had enough stock of petrol to keep the nation well supplied for over 40 days and urged motorists to avoid panic buying. The chairman, Senate Committee on Army, Ali Ndume, says the provision of blanket amnesty to bandits has the tendency to breed new forms of criminality in the country. Speaking during an interview, Senator Ndume said blanket amnesty is not the solution to banditry because if government continues as such, another form of criminality may emerge, hoping that the government will bring them to the negotiating table. According to the lawmaker, the government must tackle the banditry situation with the carrot and stick approach. Senator Ndume said the government must strive to get to the root of the situation to ascertain what the true causes of banditry is. He further inferred that the government should form a committee of eminent persons who can reach out to the grassroots and get to prefer lasting solutions to the issue.
I think the carrot and stick approach should be used in dealing with this kind of situation. We know we have to go down to find out the root of the causes of this banditry that were witnessed in the Northwest particularly, and the arming of herdsmen and people that are involved in this. The government should, I think as a matter of emergency, form a committee of eminent people or those people that can reach out and then get to the root cause of this and also find a solution to it.
Elsewhere, former Minister of Aviation Femi Fani-Kayode has warned that the deteriorating security situation in the country could lead to a civil war. According to Chief Fani-Kayode, Nigeria is on the brink of war, and only coming together to reason can stop the nation from falling into civil unrest. Regarding claims that he has decamped to the All Progressives Congress APC following a meeting with chieftains of the ruling party, the former minister said he was only discussing political matters with his friends. He said the meeting availed them an opportunity to work together to build bridges within the political sphere.
It's time for us to come together, to talk to one another, to talk. Northerners should talk to Southerners, Southerners should talk to Northerners, Christians should talk to Muslims, APC should talk to PDP, and APGA should be included, and anybody else that is a leader. Every stakeholder in this country must come together today, because what we're facing is a situation which might cause a very brutal, bloody civil war for the next 50 years in this nation. And believe me, I kid you not when I say that. We are there on the ground. We interact with people. And if you look at what's happening in the north, you look at what's happening in the middle belt, you look at what's happening in the southwest, the south-south, and the southeast, all you see is chaos, carnage, murder, and killing, and kidnappings everywhere.
To Imo State now, the son-in-law to Chief Rochas Okorocha, former governor of Imo State, Dr. Uzo Anwuka, who was allegedly shot in Owerri, the Imo State capital, when suspected hoodlums attacked the former governor will be flown abroad for treatment after 3 failed surgeries. Uzo, an American-trained medical doctor, was shot on the left leg by the hoodlums. Okorocha, who is also the senator representing Imo West, was attacked when he attempted to unseal one of his properties, the Royal Spring Palm Hotel, seized by the state government. Speaking when the former governor visited him in the hospital, Uzo said he had undergone 3 surgeries without any improvement. Describing the attack as sad, Okorocha said it was an assassination attempt on his life, stating that his major concern is to save the life of his son-in-law.
What I'm concerned now is about his life, but I think I thank God that he's alive. But the report I'm getting is not quite pleasing from the hospital regarding the 3 surgeries so far conducted since arrival. And we're hoping that he should fly out of the country immediately to further examination. It's really sad that this attempt to this assassination attempt has resulted to this where we find ourselves today. But I thank God he's alive. But we're quickly making arrangement with the hospital to move him out of this place to see whether he can get examination. Because 3 surgeries has taken place. They are suggesting that he might be needing a transplant to cut in part of his body for another this and all that. But we're hoping things get better.
To COVID-19 related stories now, the Nigerian government is expecting the first batch of the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccines from India on Tuesday, March 2nd, 2021. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation and the Chairman, Presidential Task Force on COVID-19, Mr. Boss Mustafa, who disclosed this in Abuja, said the vaccine supply was through the delivery plan released by UNICEF. He explained that UNICEF is in charge of the logistics for the supply of the vaccine meant for Nigeria through the COVAX facility that is bringing 4 million doses in the first batch of the shipment to the country. He explained that about 84 million doses are expected from COVAX to be supplied to cover 20% of the Nigerian population.
We believe that our vaccines should depart India on the 1st of March 2021 at 10:30 p.m. in the night and arrive Abuja on the 2nd of March 2021 at about 11:10 a.m. in the morning. So we are making preparations for that. But the truth about it is that as we receive the vaccines, this one is coming from the covered facility. About 4 million doses of vaccines are coming from the covered facility on this one trip. We're supposed to have about 60 million in the first quarter from the COVAX facility. And expecting by the time they supply all the range, we are expecting that they will supply about 84 million doses from the COVAX facility, which is free of charge and is supposed to cover about 20% of the Nigerian population. We also have another source of vaccines coming in from the AVAT facility, which is the African Vaccine Action Team. We're expecting about 41 million of that.
To Kogi State, where former President Olusegun Obasanjo has commended Governor Yahaya Bello on his efforts in providing security, good governance and infrastructure in the state. The Chief Press Secretary to Kogi State Governor, Mr. Mohammed Onogu, disclosed this in a statement in Abuja. Onogu, who quoted Obasanjo as making the commendation when he met with the governor on Sunday in Abuja, added that the former president urged him to sustain the efforts. He stated that the meeting between Bello and the former president ended with a fruitful discussion. Obasanjo, while commending Governor Bello for successfully tackling insecurity in the state, said Kogi State was central to the nation's development. And Nigeria's Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala has taken over the World Trade Organization today amid hopes that she will spur the beleaguered body into addressing its towering challenges, including the pandemic-fueled global economic crisis. The 66-year-old Nigeria former finance minister takes the helms after the WTO was left adrift for 7 months following the sudden departure of Brazilian career diplomat Roberto Azevedo last August, a year ahead of schedule. Following a lengthy selection process, development economist Okonjo-Iweala, who spent 25 years at the World Bank, was finally announced and anointed by the WTO's 164 members on February 15th. From an initial 8 candidates, she was the clear favorite among the last 2 standing in November. However, her appointment was delayed by former U.S. President Donald Trump, who tried to block her nomination. Still the news at 1 p.m. on Splash 105.5 FM. Still to come, Aung San Suu Kyi appears in court to face fresh charges. And in sports, Olajide Omatayo sets African record at World Table Tennis Tournament in Qatar. We'll take a short break now. When we'll come back, we'll bring you details of these and other stories. Don't go away.
Sweetheart, you know I have just been paid for the last project I handled, and I really want to invest the money this time.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea, my love. Then Fresh Farms is your best option.
Fresh Farms?
In fact, you have access to your dashboard and you can monitor your investment on pepper, cassava, tomato, yam, and many other agricultural products.
Fresh Farm is here. Our main goal is to provide you fresh food. This time I know. Promise on another to make you a pepper farming, ensuring food surplus for we nation, Niger. Fresh Farms provide fresh food.
Invest in any of our farm produce today and get amazing return on your investment. For inquiry, please call 0907-361-2624 or visit our website today at www.freshfarms.ng. Fresh Farms, spreading freshness.
Hello everyone! Have you been on the lookout for a job or looking for that income? Well, search no further. As BetKing, the playground for kings is here to support your dreams. Become a BetKing agent in your area and start earning weekly commissions up to 30% of your sales and monthly bonuses. Interested individuals can call Super Agent Adebowale on 081-563-60744 or WhatsApp on 081-091-41096.
Ìròyìn ayọ̀ ti wọlé dé o, gbogbo ènìyàn. Ǹjẹ́ ìwọ ń wá iṣẹ́ tàbí ohun tó lè máa mú owó wọlé wá fún ọ? Máa ń jìnnà. Àǹfààní aláìlẹ́gbẹ́ ti ọ̀dọ̀ BetKing wá fún ọ láti mú àlá rẹ wá sí ìmúṣẹ. Di aṣojú BetKing lágbègbè rẹ lónìí. Kó o sì bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní jẹ èrè ìdá 15% lórí nǹkan tó bá tà lọ́sọ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ àti àjẹmọ́nú lóṣooṣù. Ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá ní ìfẹ́ sí àǹfààní yìí lè pe aṣojú BetKing Adébọ̀wálé sórí 0815-636-0744 tàbí lórí WhatsApp pẹ̀lú 0810-914-1096. BetKing, pápá ìṣeré fún àwọn ọba.
Àdùkẹ́dùkẹ́ káàárọ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ mi, ṣé dáadáa ni? Ojú ẹ̀ máa kọ̀ rẹ lọ́wọ́, ṣé kò sí?
Wo gbogbo ẹ̀ kàn dàbí nǹkan oje. Mo ń ronú bí mo ṣe máa lọ sọ́jà láti lọ ra nǹkan tí mo nílò ní ilé nìjàre. Ó sì ń dààmú ọkàn mi lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀.
Ṣoṣo ò tí gbọ̀n pa Food Locker ni. Ibì kan ṣoṣo tí o ti lè ra gbogbo tẹnu jẹ lóríṣiríṣi lọ́wọ́ tí ò ga jara lọ. Ṣoṣo fẹ́ gbọ́ Food Locker máa gbé gbogbo ẹ̀ wá báyìí níbikíbi tó bá wà. Ìwọ ṣáà ti lọ sórí www.foodlocker.com.ng. Tọ́ka sí ohun gbogbo tó bá fẹ́ láì fàkókò ṣòfò. Wọ́n á sì gbé wá báyìí. O lè rí àwọn oúnjẹ bíi iṣu, gàrí, ẹran, èdè, ẹ̀fọ́, adìyẹ, èso, kódà wọ́n tún ta ògì pẹ̀lú àti àwọn ohun èlò oúnjẹ ilẹ̀ òkèèrè. Kàn sí wọn lórí www.foodlocker.com.ng. Kó ra gbogbo nǹkan nírọ̀rùn. O lè kàn sí ilé ìtajà wọn ní Food Locker Building, Dùgbẹ́lẹ́yẹlé Road, Magazine Road, Jericho, Nìbàdàn. Kódà o lè lọ sórí Google Play Store láti gba app wọ sórí ẹ̀rọ alágbèéká.
Ìròyìn ayọ̀ gbà lè yí o. Ó ṣí ọ̀rẹ́ mi, okú àgbálẹ̀ mi. www.foodlocker.com.ng ní ìdáhùn sí ìbéèrè mi.
Fún àlàyé síwájú sí, ẹ pè Food Locker sórí 0903-178-7037. Food Locker, ra gbogbo oúnjẹ lójú kan, ìrọ̀rùn ló bá dé.
Well, thank you so much for staying with us on the news at 1 on Splash 105.5 FM. Turning now to the foreign scene, where Myanmar's Aung San Suu Kyi has been seen by her lawyers for the first time since she was detained during a military coup a month ago. Her lawyer said Ms. Suu Kyi, who appeared in court via video link, appeared to be in good health and asked to see her legal team. She has been held in an undisclosed location since the coup on the 1st of February 2021. Protesters took to the streets again today, despite Sunday seeing the deadliest day yet, with 18 people killed. The deaths came as the military and police ramped up their response to demonstrations across the Southeast Asian nation over the weekend, firing into the crowds. Donald Trump says he has no plans to launch a new political party, telling a conservative conference in Florida that it would split the Republican vote. In his first speech since Democrat Joe Biden became president, he also hinted that he might run for office again in 2024. Mr. Trump strongly criticized his successor, saying U.S. policy had gone from America first to America last. The speech comes weeks after Mr. Trump was acquitted in an impeachment trial. Well, still on the foreign scene, the United Nations is calling for funding in an international donor meeting today to save millions of people in Yemen from hunger. The UN Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, OCHA, estimates that a sum of $3.85 billion is needed this year to help the war-torn country. Ahead of the online pledging conference, OCHA said in 2020, countries only donated $1.9 billion for people in Yemen, just over half of the funding that would have been needed. According to UN estimates, out of the 29 million people in the impoverished country, 24 million need humanitarian aid. And finally, to sports now. 2019 African Games champion Olajide Omotayo has set a new African record at the first official World Table Tennis event after emerging the first African to win a match at the World Table Tennis Middle East Hub holding in Doha, Qatar. Omotayo, who is competing in his first international tournament after qualifying for the Tokyo Olympic Games in Tunis last year, February, began his campaign from the preliminary round alongside other African players from Egypt and Algeria. Drawn against Kazakhstan's Alan Komagaliev in the first round of the preliminary round, the Nigerian showed his quality against the European to become the only African player to record a victory on the opening day of the tournament, taking place at the Lusail Sports Arena in Doha. And back home, Rangers International Football Club of Enugu produced an easy 2-0 win over Heartland in Sunday's Match Day 13 fixture of the Nigeria Professional Football League. The victory secured the 7th win this season for the Flying Antelopes and shot them to second on the league table, while the Naz Millionaires are recording a first defeat since Match Day 7. In Uyo, Aqua United kept their fine form, going with a 3-0 victory over Rivers United. Motivated with the points they earned on Match Day 12 against Eimba in Aba, the Promise Keepers swept aside the pride of Rivers to maintain their unbeaten form. And just before we go, here's a quick recap of the major headlines. The NNPC says it has no plans to increase petrol price as it cautions against panic buying. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala has resumed as World Trade Organization boss today. On the foreign scene, we told you that Aung San Suu Kyi has appeared in court to face fresh charges. And in sports, Olajide Omotayo has set an African record at the World Table Tennis Tournament in Qatar. For more details on the news, visit our website on www.splashfm1055.com. Now you can download Splash FM mobile app on iOS, BlackBerry World, and Google Play Store to listen live, get news updates, and opinion poll. You can also report an event live to us through the iReport feature. To download, simply go to any of the stores mentioned and search for Splash FM 105.5 and then click to download. We've now come to the end of the news on Splash 105.5 FM, the Integrity Station, and the best radio station in the southwest of the country. The news editor is Tunde Olawuwo, assisted by Chinwe Churchill. I am Charity Jerome. Good afternoon to you, and thank you for listening.
Quick, charge at 240.